Hola Aries, welcome to your love reading for February 2022. If it resonates, consider a personal reading. Just send me an email or DM and we can certainly set that up. Here we go with your reading. Holy Spirit Angels, Divine Guides of the Universe, can you please provide your truth, your wisdom, oh my gosh, your clarity, and your insight. Figures it starts at the beginning of the video. For Aries, for love, for February 2022, what do you see? What do they need to know to reach your higher ground, become closer to the universe and closer to divine through your messages? Any messages you have will be greatly appreciated. We thank you. What do you see? What do they need to know in regards to love for February 2022? Any messages, please, will be greatly appreciated, and we thank you. What are the love energies that Aries passed out of prior to February? Prior to February, what are the energies they passed out of? We have the Nine of Rods in the reversed. Make sure you click on the Vimeo link before for your love interest is thinking or feeling. And in that spread, I will also have something you do not know about them, in addition to if they are seeing or interested in somebody else. Eight of Swords is in the reversed for the energies for February 2022. Check out your 2022 Sun Moon predictions that are in my playlists while you're in there. Also check out your 2021, see if they rang true for you last year. Seven of Pentacles in reverse is how you're going to be moving forward. Look me up on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, though I haven't been very active on there. Now I have the hiccups. Like, share, subscribe, or donate. Anything to support the channel will be greatly appreciated. Let me drink some tea before things get out of hand. Alrighty. So, I am getting the sense that prior to February, you are in some sort of relationship and you're literally walking on eggshells. I mean, we're walking on eggshells. I feel as though you were being very careful with what you were saying, what you were doing, looking over your shoulder all the time. Felt like, somebody was hovering over you. I do feel like this is somebody that you were in a relationship with. And I feel as though you're real paranoid. You're walking around worried about if you're going to get attacked, you're going to get questioned. Something in that regard, trying to keep up these really, really strong walls. And what's happening is that they're just tearing them down. They have no respect for you. They infringe on your boundaries frequently. I also get the sense that you're always defensive too. Anytime they come towards you, you always feel like you have to come up with an explanation or something like that. So not a really good feeling kind of going on in whatever this connection is here. So I believe the Eight of Swords in reversed, and it's really weird that I got this. I feel as though, and I'm not going to lie, I feel as though it could have been an abusive or an emotionally abusive relationship, and you all, in the middle of the night, just packed up your stuff and left. Like, if you've ever seen the series Made or the show Made, I kind of almost feel it's like that for some of you. You just said, I've had it. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I know what I need to do right now. Right now, what I need to do is have this opportunity, pack up my bags and leave. Okay. If it's not that dramatic, then simply what it is that you're either thinking about how to release yourself from this, or you're thinking about, or you're thinking up a plan on how to release yourself from it, or just kind of putting things in order, but you have your mind very focused on liberating yourself from this relationship. And I think what brings it about is that you are looking at how things have been at the past, and you're kind of like, well, nothing has really changed. It's just been the same thing over and over again. We always have the same pattern. We always have the same cycles that we go through, and you're asking yourself, that is not working for me anymore. Okay. I don't want to go through another cycle. I don't want to feel like this anymore. And I feel like it's your whole come to Jesus in February. And what it leads to is the Seven of Pentacles here in reverse, where you just kind of decide you're done. You're not going to put an ounce of energy into this anymore. You're not going to invest in this anymore. You're not seeing anything. Maybe you have been pouring yourself into this, but you haven't been getting anything back. And now, you realize, you were just going through the motions. Okay. So there's no point in staying in it if it's just going to be a really, tedious day-to-day kind of thing that's kind of weighing you down. So I think you finalize your decision February into March to go ahead and end this, because it's just not doing anything for you. It's not very conducive, and it's not really doing anything in terms of your soul, your spirit, so to speak. So I think you're going to be done with that. Why is the Nine of Rods here in reverse? Who's this person? What's this energy? Additional messages. Hangman. So you already have it in your mind that far back. Okay, so I'm getting the sense that just the cards, you know, Hangman in reverse, Chariot card in reverse, and the Page of Wands in the upright. So you already hatched the idea, or at least there was a seed of it back then, prior to February, because I'm seeing with the Hangman, you're pretty much saying to yourself, okay, you know what, I'll be in this a little while longer, you know, but if things don't start paying off, if I don't start seeing, you know, actual compensation for the sacrifice that I'm putting in, I'm out of here. And I think that's where you started planting the seed. You started saying, I don't need to do this anymore. You know, I'll put it off for a little while. We'll kind of see how things play out this cycle. But if it plays out like it always has, I'm not compromising. I'm out of here. I'm absolutely done. So Chariot card in reverse indicates that it's another cycle of things going wrong. Chariot card is the card of Cancer, but things are not going the way that you would like them to go. Again, I feel like this is a constant thing. And I feel as though, and you can't do anything about it. You feel helpless because you can't seem to get it to go the way that you want it to go. Everything seems to be the other person's call and what they kind of want. And then you get sucked into that, and then you don't end up accomplishing the things that you want to accomplish. So that's problematic. So the Page of Wands in the upright indicates to me, this is where you get that seed of an idea. You want change, you want things to be different. And once you start thinking about that, then you start seeing a light at the end of the tunnel, because you start saying to yourself, wow, you know, I can get out of this. I can be a new person. I can have things the way that I want them. And it's almost like you get re-energized once you start getting that idea in your head. Why is the Eight of Swords here in reverse? Who's this person? What's this energy? Additional messages. So you're looking back on past patterns. One of the patterns of this person is that they tended to be, and I think really got on your nerves, is they felt very entitled. They kind of felt like they could do whatever they wanted to do whenever they wanted to do it, usually like in a practical sense. So, you know, spend the money however they wanted to spend it, you know, whatever their pleasures were or their short-term things that they wanted, they would just kind of get it. They would block your goals, be really irresponsible, really extravagant with finances and things like that. And I think that is kind of a tipping point for you. You're looking, well, one of the many, and you're kind of reflecting back on that and how they continually seem to do that. The Hermit card is a card of Virgo. This shows you going into your cave and really thinking things out. So you need solitude outside of this person, outside of your friends, family, what have you, to really kind of think things out and figure out what you really want. You know, soul search. What do you really want from life? What do you want as an individual? And I see you analyzing this and going through this or thinking of this while you're by yourself. Another thing you're thinking about is what it would be like to be single, what it would be like to be alone, and kind of exploring that while you're doing all this. Two of Wands in the upright indicates to me you in this period of should I stay or should I go? You know, this person's very familiar to you. You know what to expect from them from the day to day, even though they're a bitch or a jerk, so to speak. But at least you know what to expect, you know? Or go out there, throw yourself out there, take a huge risk, meaning, you know, possibly, you know, leave your home, leave this person, you know, things like that, and have an adventure with somebody else or just by yourself. And sometimes just having that risk can be scary enough and people are fearful enough that they'll just stay with something they know rather than going and doing that. But I see you kind of, you know, just kind of weighing things out, you know, turning things over in your head to see if things played out one way, how would it be, you know, different scenarios and things like that. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here in reverse for Aries? Who's this person? What's this energy? Yeah, still indecisive. I mean, you know that you're not getting anything out of this connection. You know that you are usually, you know, end up on the crappy end of the stick, so to speak, but you're still not sure. So you have, with the Two of Swords in the upright, after February, a huge amount of indecisiveness, you know, again, should I stay? Should I go? Let me wait a little while. Let me see if some information comes in to kind of tip the scales one way or the other. You know, is there a chance for compromise? I'm not really sure what to do here. So I think there's going to be a period, like a stalemate, a waiting period, where you're just kind of like sitting and trying to figure everything out. So, I mean, you do have two cards of decision here and figuring this out, because with the World card in reverse, what I get is that you're saying to yourself as you move out of February into March, you know, if I go ahead and end this, there's going to be a lot of loose ends kind of hanging around, and it's going to be a really hard time getting closure, and it's going to be a really hard time kind of wrapping this up neatly so that I can kind of move on. And there's a lot of unfinished business also, so I think that's a concern that is kind of hanging you up a little bit. So even though you made the decision to practically end it, I think you're thinking about there's a lot of it's complicated. There's a lot of other variables that go along with this that are going to be difficult, so to speak, to kind of deal with, and naturally, because you know, anytime we kind of decide not to be in something, it ends up being that way. Three of Pentacles in the upright is you. To me, it's you connecting with other people and getting these people to help you sort it out. So almost like getting your tribe, your team together and saying, you know, this is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm thinking of doing. You know, can you help me in a practical sense in regards to how's this going to happen? And I really think that, and they don't necessarily need to be your friends. They could be people who are just, you know, a financial advisor and a lawyer or something like that. Whoever your team is, you're sitting here and you're talking to these people and you're figuring out what you're going to do, you know, as a team moving forward, you know, moving as a team to kind of get something done. And I think you're going to need that support in order for it to happen, whether it's emotional or legal or financial or something like that. But I see you just collaborating with other people to kind of exit this and move on, or at the very least find out what is your best course of action to do that. So that is what I have for you all. If it resonates, consider a personal reading. Just send me an email or a DM and we can certainly set that up. Check out your 2022 Sun Moon predictions that are in my playlist. Check out your 2021s. Make sure you click on the Vimeo link below for what your love interest is thinking or feeling, and in that spread I'll have something you don't know about them in addition to if they're seeing or interested in somebody else. And then finally, look me up on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Like, share, subscribe, or donate. Otherwise, Aries, I will see you in the Vimeo reading. Adios from Veronica Garnett. Bye.